this Genius Act was like. Really kind of fucked up, but I didn't read too much that backed the video that I saw, so I don't know what to say. I'm sure there's more to it, I just didn't find it, but because of what I did yesterday, I'm like, I just want to get back to it. So I veered off course a bit, but then I brought it back because what I learned about yesterday was really fucking scary. I mean, I don't know what else you want to say. I don't know how people hear this stuff and don't think anything of it. Apparently my videos are getting 18 and up requirements now for some reason. I don't really know. But, oh yeah. Qualitative military. Okay, so yesterday I read the Israel-United States military relations page, and today I'm just going to read the Israel-United States relations page and just see how much different it is. Both pages are completely blocked, or completely locked. Nobody can edit these. So, I mean, obviously they're here, so they were edited. That means, let's do a quick little proof, I guess. We always have to show this. We have to start off by showing you this, especially when we're using Wikipedia as our source of information.
Moetzet Yesha, in conjunction with 1srael, has arranged instruction day for wiki editors. The goal of the day is to teach people how to edit in Wikipedia, which is the #1 source of information today in the world. As a way of example, if someone searches the Gaza flotilla, we want to be there. We want to be the guys who influence what is written there, how it's written, and to ensure that it's balanced and Zionist in nature.
I came here to learn.
Okay, so that is, at the time, in 2010 when that was recorded, that is future Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. Today he is former Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. He was part of the shit show that the 2019 through 2022, this 3-year time space in Israel where they, like, the fact that they had 6 prime ministers in 3 years. If any other country, especially a country that we give so much money to, would have had such an obvious voter fraud type of a situation, like, we would have stepped in to try to regulate things. But with Israel, it was Netanyahu, then Defense Minister Benny Gantz, then went back to Netanyahu, then it went to Naftali Bennett, who was the guy that was just speaking, and he was Prime Minister for literally, like, is it just over a year, 20 days over, yeah, I think it's 20 days over a year. And then he just steps down in June of 2022, and, like, you know, there's no other election or anything. He just steps down as Prime Minister. And this other guy, this talking head, Yair Lapid, steps in. And he is Prime Minister until November, when they put Netanyahu back in. And they put Netanyahu in a way where he can't be outed. Like he's the prime minister till he dies. There won't be any more votes. Nothing like that. Strange, right? It's almost like a dictator. That dictator. So, I have no idea what the hell you just said. Sam Van Med. Don't know what that is. Okay. Since the 60s, the U.S., or the relationship between Israel and the U.S., it's funny how they even put it that way, right? It's not between the U.S. and Israel. This page isn't United States-Israeli relations. It's Israel, then the United States. Always. First is first. They're always first. You put your best foot forward, right? The relationship between Israel and the United States has grown into a close alliance in economic, strategic, and military aspects. I mean, by the time my video was done yesterday, it had been whittled down to like 2 people. So I know a lot of people didn't see the craziness. I mean, the craziness. Do you think someone made a whole world? If yes, then how? I mean, it's like, it's weird questions like that. Like, this is shit I don't waste time thinking about. Clearly, this is a manufactured reality that we live in. And, you know, if you look at where we are as people, the idea of fractal mathematics and supercomputers and all that other shit, that comes into play, the Fibonacci sequence and things like that. But I can't know the how. I can't even get the reasonable conversation to be had. People still want to talk about God and shit. So how, you know, not knowing how, it means nothing. I'm so insignificant, and my access to the information is so limited that the only way we could find out how, what, who, blah, 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 is if we overthrow the J's that control our narrative and keep us stupid. We have to unify as Goyim and overthrow the J's controlling the narrative. Otherwise, we're just arguing over feelings. You know, even if you think you have facts, unless you stuck your hands in that dirt, you don't know what the fuck that dirt feels like. You know, somebody can describe it all they want. Well, it's cold and it's dirty and it's kind of gritty, and you get a good understanding of it, but you don't actually know what that dirt feels like until you put your hands in it. And I think that's a really important distinction. Like, we need to understand how, you know, we're being manipulated on every level that exists. You know, our ideas of relationships, our ideas of fairness, our ideas of, you know, government and religion and economics and all this shit. It's all given to us. We just work with what they give us. But and a great example of it is this stuff. The Biden presidency in 2024, when he had become, you know, not even really being seen, just you know, by this point Kamala was taking over, and you forget it now, but like, you didn't see Biden very much in those last few months. But in a 8-month time period, well, less than a year actually, so like 10 months maybe, Biden and the U.S. government gave Israel close to $150 million or $150 billion. And it's right, it's like right there. You could see it. It's not a, I'll probably end up reading it here because that's the thing I wanted to see is like, so again, yesterday I read the Israel-United States military relations Wikipedia page, and today it's the Israel-United States relations page. And I want to see how much different and similar these pages are. So, the U.S. has provided strong support for Israel and has played a key role in the promotion of good relations between Israel and its neighboring Arab states while holding off hostility from countries like Iran. Oh, yeah? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Literally, that's not at all what we're seeing or have seen. The only thing preventing Iran from doing anything was Iran. You know, the U.S. kept fucking that up. And Iran kept trying and trying and trying and trying. And the U.S. just kept fucking it up. Looks like they really put a clink on my page these last few videos, huh? In turn, Israel provides a strategic American foothold in the region, as well as advanced technological partnerships. That's it. We give them all the money, all the military equipment, all the protection, everything they ask for, we give them. And what they provide us is a strategic foothold. Unless, of course, you know, we piss them off, then we don't have that foothold anymore. But other than the strategic foothold, just other than the position, you know, the area, the land that they've taken over, the only other thing that they can present you that makes this relationship symbiotic is that they give us technological partnerships, which could literally mean anything. Anything. Weird. Israel was seen as a counterweight to Soviet influence in the region during the Cold War. I mean, again, that's just a nothing statement. It sounds big. You know, Cold War and Soviets and all that. It sounds like, oh, wow, I don't know. Well, that was nice of them. Get this couch out here now. I don't know if there's spiders in it, though. I hate spiders. Nerd. Relations with Israel are an important factor in the U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East. I mean, yes, they are, in that the relationship with Israel is why all these other countries hate us. But that's not the part they're going to tell you. Like I know, you know, they hate our freedom. They hate our freedom. That was a big Bush one. Bush told us how they hated our freedom. And Trump, well, Trump's just an idiot. Other than the racist, sexist, homophobic, negative aspect to Trump, I can't understand how he appeals to anyone other than racist white guys. And I mean, I can't even understand the racist white females. I still don't get it. How, you know, as a female, you should not support that piece of shit. Israel is the largest cumulative recipient of U.S. foreign aid. Okay, so this is where it gets kind of interesting. And look at how the numbers are, like, they're not necessarily, they're giving you a small piece. It's 2025, and we're going to talk about up to February 2022. So we're not even talking about the last 3 years. And this is often how they do things. This is how Israel always reported the Palestinian casualty count. Palestinian casualty count was they would be like, you know, so far there's been 250 Palestinians killed, in this whole thing, and then another 120 something killed in this thing, and then another, 150 killed over here. Like, for some reason, it's always separated. It's not one cumulative number because they don't want you to realize just how bad it is. So they like break it up. So I don't know, your brain doesn't do the math. I don't know. And I guess a lot of people don't like math. Up to February 2022, the U.S. has provided 150 billion non-inflation adjusted in assistance, which is just not true. Like this is I guess we're talking about just the straight cash payments, maybe. I'm not really sure. But when you include all of the technology and military aid, vehicles, and all this other shit, it's way, way more than that. The U.S.'s first free trade agreement was with Israel in 1985. Like, it's stuff like this where you just go, oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's convenient. The first free trade agreement was with Israel. In 1999, the U.S. government signed a commitment to provide Israel with at least $2.7 billion in military aid annually for 10 years. That's called a memorandum of understanding. It's not necessarily a treaty, because a treaty would be on the books. It would be able to be scrutinized. You'd be able to read all the parts of it and all that if you wanted to. When it's a memorandum of understanding, they do what they want, and they give us what they want. There's no accountability or transparency regarding a memorandum of understanding. And I love how they say military aid, because that's makes you think, oh, well, it's not just, it's like tanks and stuff, right? No. Military aid is flat out cash, especially in Israel's situation. It's cash that we give them that they are supposed to then spend on us. We give them money so they can buy weapons from us. Like, it's like a really stupid, it's just a stupid, like, you have to be dumb to not have questions when it comes to that. We give them money to provide the people, to provide us Goyim, with the illusion that it's profitable to the United States selling Israel weapons. It's just so crazy, right? We don't profit off of our money given back to us. I mean, that's just stupid. It's like when you take your little kid to the store and you're like, all right, here's $20 or $10 or $50, depending on how nice of a gift you want for Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, or whatever. And then the kid's like, look what I got you. And you're like, oh, that's so nice of you. Well, you paid for it. Sure, their thought process went into play, so it's prettier than the Israel thing. But it's just so, like, can you imagine the person that runs around talking about, yeah, my kid went out and got me this thing and all by themselves, and They worked really hard for the money and blah, blah. And it's like, wait, didn't you just take them to the store and give them a $20 bill? Well, yeah, but, you know, they bought a $2 thing and then kept the change. Is this feed all fucked up again? Guess I'm gonna restart. We'll try again. So I'm gonna reset and try one more time. Pedophiles, kill yourself.